The reason that I'm running for this position are so the students have a little bit more of a voice in what we do for the students, and so that everybody knows what is going on. I want to do things like bubble soccer, where you get in those big inflatable bubbles and play bubble soccer in the gym. I want inflatable wipeout courses. I want to do things that are fun for the students and that'll make your year more exciting.
Hello everybody, so I'm here for Brittany. She's unfortunately in a class and could not make it, fortunately, so she does send her regrets. She is fighting for the rights of students to be heard and not to be treated like a dollar sign, so if that means failing, she'll take that instead of doing nothing.
I know George Brown really fucks us over sometimes. I know that our tuition...
Please remember parliamentary language. Order.
Pardon me. George Brown is very troublesome with our book fees, with our tuition fees, and with us not really understanding our program. And all I'm going to say is, I want to push for more Fight for 15 events. I want to push for more labor speakers. I want to push for more representation of the Student Association so we can push our way to students. Representation so faculty members can't just read off PowerPoints and consider that teaching.
As Director of Education, I'm not going to fill your heads with empty promises. I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to make an immediate difference in things like the Fight for 15 or free tuition. Because we had a November 2nd day of National Day of Action that we created with the CFS. And that's something that CFS has been fighting that for free tuition since 1989. It's still going to continue to be a fight. But that doesn't mean it's a fruitless fight. I will still be that activist. I will still be that person who fights for 15, but I also will be that person who fights for the students now. So I'm not running for this position. So Alexander Stewart, or Alex Stewart, he sends his regrets to the CRO, the Student Association, the V3 slate, and the student body for his absence. Unfortunately, he is dealing with academic conflicts. I believe it's an exam. So he says, please don't allow my absence to inflict judgment on my professionalism and character, and also my commitment to this position and the students. Thank you for your time, and remember to vote ACT now to have decisions made by you.
I don't think I should prioritize any equity group over another. What I will do though is create a platform for them to use as an outreach tool to reach out to their constituency.
At St. James campus, the group was there again with the anti-abortion signs. I remember one article by Dialogue when happened last time that the students of George Brown College had been active enough to politely ask those people to leave because they were invading the space. Although it's a public space, they can do whatever they want, it's their personal choice. But we had a lot of intake from the George Brown students where they came out and not protested but politely asked to move aside. And that is what is the power of students and the student association we have, because at the end of the day, student association is made out of students. And
in my position, I would first like to contact the Director of Equity and other Board of Directors that this is the issue that we are facing, and by discussing with them, we'll make sure to have the safety procedures, and if they want to have a protest, and everything is done within the framework of the college and does not hinder any of the education or the practices that are already running. Also, we will make sure the issue that they are raising is communicated to the respective department of the college, whatever the concern is, and then we as Student Association will help them in any manner possible.